On the menu today, crumb pork with Diane sauce. There is nothing better than a golden, crunchy, juicy pork cutlet served with a crispy and fresh bok choy and apple salad with Diane sauce. Now you can buy your pork cutlet from the supermarket if you want to, but if you want a better quality with a little bit more fat on it, because fat is flavor, just go to your butcher, ask him to take the rind off. But frankly, there's nothing wrong with fat on your meat. If there's no fat, there's no flavor, and also it makes it a little bit drier. So what we've got here is about 1 inch thick lamb cutlet bone on, and I'm just gonna flat it down a little bit so it cooks quicker. To flat down your pork cutlet, you can use a mallet or maybe a rolling pin or just one of those big cleavers. You know, doing this job is a great way of taking out your frustration, but really it's to make it a little thinner, to cook a little quicker, and to make it beautiful and crispy. So all I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put a bit of salt and pepper on both sides of those beautiful pork cutlets. I find that people don't season their food enough. Again, salt enhances the flavor of everything you cook. Hence why in Asian cuisine they use MSG a lot. Panko breadcrumb. The panko breadcrumb is that Japanese breadcrumb which is really already crispy, but it's not too thin. It's got, again, texture, crispy, beautiful. And then I need an egg wash. So egg wash, I'm gonna crack 2 eggs, a little bit of Dijon mustard into this, which is unusual, but again, give you a little bit of flavor. Olive oil. I'm gonna also season this egg wash and a little dash of water, and I'm gonna whisk it in all together. So the reason why I put a bit of water into my egg wash is it just thins it out a little bit more. Sometimes if you only put eggs, the eggs is a little too thick and doesn't really stick to the meat. So always add a little bit of water. Now into my panko breadcrumbs, which I've got here, I'm gonna add some grated parmesan, and also I'm gonna add some chopped parsley. So we're using parsley into the crumbs, but pork and sage goes very well together. I've spoken about this before. You could add thyme if you wanted, or lemon thyme if you wanted to, or even rosemary. So it's up to you really. I'm only giving you suggestions here, but for this recipe today, it's parsley. And I go straight in, just mix it with your fingers, and voila. So now I'm sure you've done this before. It's not rocket science, but a little dab of the flour, pat it down to get rid of the excess, egg wash, and then crumb. And what you need to do is just push your crumb into your cutlet, and look at this. This is going to become delicious when it hits the oil. We're going to shallow fry our pork cutlets. Shallow fry means not deep frying, but enough oil to kind of cover the meat. Now, we've got peanut oil here, which is, I believe, the best oil to be frying with. But if you've got a peanut allergy, just go for vegetable oil. I won't be upset with you. Now, you can use a thermometer, but I don't, because I know what I'm doing. What I know is if it smokes, it's too hot. If it doesn't smoke yet, then I get a little bit of water on your tip of your finger and you flick it in. And if it starts to bubble, it's ready to rock. So let's cook those babies. Now, when you put something in the oil, always put it where the meat got to flick away from you, otherwise you may burn yourself. All right, like so. Now we're gonna cook 2 at the time, because if we put too much in the oil temperature will cool down and then your cutlet won't cook quick enough. Look at that beautiful color. Flip it on the other side, be careful not to burn yourself. Oh, that is golden delicious, my friends. Yum. So now looking beautiful, golden, crispy, ready to rock. So all we need to do is put it on a piece of paper towel so it sucks the extra oil that's on there. And while it's resting, we're gonna start the beautiful apple and cabbage salad. So let's start with the dressing, very easy. I've got a little bit of honey there for a little bit of sweetness, which goes very well with the pork. Half a lemon juice, maybe a whole lemon juice, enough juice in there. A little bit of apple vinegar, and then some olive oil. Good balance between the honey and the acidity. Let's go, let's go, let's go crazy. Salt. That's pepper. I'm making myself laugh. Salt and pepper. Beautiful. So the acidity of the lemon and the acidity of the apple vinegar are completely different. So I love mixing the both. It's like really beautiful. Olive oil, honey, sweetness, gorgeous. Now, Chinese cabbage, shred it with your knife. That goes in. Some beautiful spring onion. What I'll do is I'll take some of the green out and I'm gonna slice it. And the green's got a different flavor and texture than it goes to the fresh white of the spring onion, and it goes into a little bit of mint. So again, freshness is what we're looking for this salad. Crispiness, freshness, beautiful herbs, and last but not least, the apples are gonna go into. That goes in. With the apple, you can use a mandolin, which is the tool that chefs hate because it eats your fingers, or you can just use a knife like me. All right, so now all you have to do is get this dressing, which is at the bottom of the bowl, and just mix it all up together. Look at this. This is beautiful, fresh, gorgeous, crispy salad. I mean, surely you can already imagine that a hot, crispy, juicy piece of pork with a fresh, crispy salad like this. Beautiful. Toasted flaked almond. Just for a bit of more crispy. So we've got the salad, we've got the pork. All I have to do is heat up the sauce and we're done. As we know, the Diane sauce goes very well with the steak. It goes very well with a lot of protein. Chicken, pork like today. It's made of mushroom, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, cream, stock, and that is going to be delicious. All right, this is the exciting time now. It's plating and eating, which I love as much as cooking. So a little bit of that beautiful, fresh slaw. Then look at this crispy, beautiful piece of pork. Now, apparently, that's what they do on TikTok. Nice. And here we go to finish this beautiful pork cutlet and this crispy salad, Diane sauce. And please be generous. Ooh. Keep it in the plate too. A great little recipe, somewhat a little fancy, but easy to make. Pork, Diane sauce, bon appetit.